Today, we're diving into 7 traditions that you probably always thought were biblical. 1. The forbidden fruit was an apple. When we think of the Garden of Eden, one of the first images that comes to mind is Eve biting into a juicy red apple. The Bible never says the forbidden fruit was an apple. In Genesis 3:6, the text only refers to the fruit of the tree. It says, "When the woman saw that the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it." The focus of the story is not on the type of fruit, but on Adam and Eve's disobedience. The real forbidden fruit was the choice to seek wisdom and power independently of God. As Romans 5:19 says, "For just as through the disobedience of the one man, many were made sinners, so also through the obedience of the one man, many will be made righteous." 2. The 3 wise men. Every Christmas, we see nativity scenes with 3 wise men, often crowned as kings, bringing gifts to baby Jesus. However, the Bible never mentions that there were 3 wise men or that they were kings. Let's look at Matthew 2:1-2. Magi from the east came to Jerusalem and asked, "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him." The number 3 arises from the mention of 3 gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. But there could have been 2 magi with 3 gifts, or even more. Additionally, the magi found Jesus in a house, not a manger, and likely arrived months or even years after his birth. They symbolize the first Gentiles to worship Jesus, showing that salvation is for all who seek him. 3. Mary Magdalene was a prostitute. The Bible never says that. The confusion started when early church leaders mixed her up with 2 other women, the sinful woman who anointed Jesus' feet and Mary of Bethany, sister of Martha and Lazarus. But Mary Magdalene's true story is much more powerful. In Luke 8:2, she's introduced as a woman freed by Jesus from 7 demons. She became a devoted follower, was present at the crucifixion, and was the first person to witness his resurrection, as recorded in John 20:14-18. What makes her story even more remarkable is that Jesus entrusted her, a woman in a male-dominated society, with the greatest message of all time, his resurrection. Her story isn't about scandal, it's about transformation, faith, and purpose. 4. Christmas on December 25th. While December 25th is widely celebrated as Jesus' birthday, the Bible does not specify the date of his birth. Luke 2:8 mentions shepherds watching their flocks by night, something unlikely in the cold, rainy winters of Judea. The choice of December 25th aligns with the Roman festival Dies Natalis Solis Invicti, the birth of the unconquered sun, a celebration of the winter solstice. The early church adopted this date to provide a Christian alternative to pagan festivities. Ultimately, the date doesn't matter. What's important is celebrating the incredible event of God becoming flesh. As John 1:14 says, "The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us." 5. Jesus had long flowing hair. The Bible gives no detailed physical description of him. In fact, Isaiah 53:2 says, "He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him, nothing in his appearance that we should desire him." Historically, as a first-century Jew from the Middle East, Jesus likely had darker skin, short hair, as suggested by 1 Corinthians 11:14, and a strong, muscular build from his work as a carpenter. 6. Angels have wings and halos. Angels are often imagined as beautiful beings with wings and halos, but the Bible describes them quite differently. Most angels appear as ordinary men, as seen in Genesis 18 when they visit Abraham. The seraphim in Isaiah 6:2 and the cherubim in Exodus 25:20 are the only angelic beings described with wings. 7. God helps those who help themselves. Its origins trace back to ancient Greek philosophy. The Bible teaches the opposite. God helps the helpless. Isaiah 25:4 says, "You have been a refuge for the poor, a refuge for the needy in their distress." Salvation is a gift of grace, not something we can earn through self-reliance. As Ephesians 2:8-9 reminds us, "For it is by grace you have been saved, through faith, and this is not from yourselves, it is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast."